Okay, so I know this is a little late in the day, actually very late in the day. The noon window games just wrapped up. Texas Oklahoma is about to kick off, but I wanted to get my predictions and previews out for this particular week here. A lot of big games coming up, specifically Ohio State versus Oregon. Right now, the Oregon line is +3. Oregon's 3-point home dog. I have currently Ohio State as about a 14-point favorite over Oregon, but that's on a neutral site. I usually give 7 for being at home, so that would bump it down to about an Ohio State -7. So I would still pick the Buckeyes to win and cover that spread. However, my number one ranked team, Alabama, at 119 versus a fairly underrated South Carolina team. Let's scroll down a little bit and find them. So they're about an 84. So you're looking at about a 40-point Bama line on that game, and they won by 2 points, barely escaped by the skin of their teeth. Again, these power ratings are not infallible. Washington, I have them as about a 99. Wisconsin's going to be all the way down here to 73. Iowa is going to be down here at an 81. And Washington went over to Iowa, where they were expected to be about 18 points better than Iowa, -7, so about 11, and end up getting blown out. But for the Texas-Oklahoma game, we've got Texas at 118, and Oklahoma is all the way. Let's see if I can find them here. Okay, there they are, about an 81. So Texas is a 17-point favorite, and I'd have them as about a over 30-point favorite. So I would like Texas. I would take Texas to cover that line there. But I just wanted to get out the Ohio State Oregon line. Really, that's kind of the big game of the day. Also, we've got Penn State USC, which is, Penn State's about a 115, and USC is down here at about an 86. Now the game is being played in LA, so add about 7 to the USC line. So we'll just say 93. So I would have Penn State is about a 22-point favorite, and I know that line is really, really close. I think it's about 3.5 points. So, but I would still choose Penn State to cover that spread on the road today. But again, with the Ohio State game, look, Oregon is good. Ohio State is better. They just are. Obviously, haven't really been tested too much. Neither really has Oregon. If we look at the strength of schedule ratings, 111 for Ohio State, 95 for Oregon. But Ohio State's number 1 in points per play, number 2 in yards per play, number 2 in net yards per carry. In those categories, Oregon is only 28th in net points per play, 17th in net yards per play, and 52nd in net yards per carry. So I really look for Ohio State to run the ball on Oregon and make it difficult for Oregon to run the ball in this game. However, net completion percent, Oregon's pretty strong. They run a high completion percent offense. Dylan Gabriel completes a really high percentage of his passes, although he is pretty turnover prone in the red zone. As you can see here, Oregon's only 58th in net red zone touchdown percentage. They are 36th in explosive plays, net explosive plays, whereas Ohio State is number 4. So Ohio State really is a better team. However, traveling cross country, really tough thing. Ohio State has not played at Oregon, and I want to say since at least the 50s or something like that, a really long time ago. So that's a big adjustment. There's that stat going around about teams in the Big Ten traveling cross country. Not a great track record there, but I think if Ohio State plays at up to their potential, they should have no trouble winning that game. A lot of talk about Ryan Day not being really up to the task in big games. Valid concern. He has a chance to quash those narratives today. Although until he does it, you kind of have to wonder if it's capable. I do think with Chip Kelly as the offensive coordinator, kind of changes the whole ball game because Ryan Day's not doing three different things at once. He's not, being head coach, offensive play caller, and the quarterback coach. And I think Chip Kelly's hopefully going to be able to, save him from himself, getting tight in these big moments. I think there's a good chance that after this game, people start saying, the same people who were saying that Chip Kelly was washed, he hasn't done anything since Oregon over 10 years ago, those same people will probably be saying it was unfair to let Chip Kelly go to Ohio State and get that Ohio State talent, because it really is. Chip Kelly at Ohio State is like KD going to the Warriors, and by the end of the season, I think it will be universally accepted that is the case, that Chip Kelly at Ohio State is OP. But right now, I don't know if a lot of people are onto it. Ohio State has kind of flown a little bit under the radar, but they've been really, really good this year. In fact, if we exclude strength of schedule from the ratings, I believe they go up to number 1. Yes, they do. Them in Texas. So really, it's Ohio State and Texas have really been the class of college football this year. But strength of schedule is a valid and integral part of these ratings. So can't just exclude it there. But I think there's a good chance, if Ohio State really does what they're capable of doing in this game against Oregon, then we could see, people starting to, how could we ever let Chip Kelly get to Ohio State? That's just not even fair, giving Chip Kelly access to, that caliber of player. So I do like Ohio State to win and cover the 3-point spread today. But my confidence isn't super high because, Ryan Day struggles in these big games. Ohio State's tendency to underperform. So going to be an interesting one either way. But I do like Ohio State to win and cover the spread there. But that's going to be it. Just wanted to get this out before these 2:30 games kick off here. And we will see you in the next one. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and enjoy the games.